Guys, Articulate JP here, back with another figure review, and for this particular review I have here for you the Bandai Tamashii Nations Digivolving Spirits, Agumon, and Wargreymon. As you can see, here is the front of the box, and it has a beautiful artwork right here in the front, and right here on top it says that it's a die-cast evolution, so it comes with die-cast parts. And here is the top, the side featuring Agumon, and on this side is Wargreymon, and finally the back, again showcasing you the figure, and it transforms into Agumon to Wargreymon and vice versa. Also, it tells you which parts are die cast, and right here at the bottom corner you could see that number 2 for this line would be Metal Garurumon to Agumon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up. Alright, so we're gonna open it from here. I've already sliced it with a knife, the tape, so let's go ahead and just open the bottom part. Ooh, it's pretty cool. It reminds you that number 2 has Metal Garurumon, and right away, holy crap, see the feet. Giant ass feet. Look at that. Alright, so let's set this aside. There for now, and let's see if I can see how the tape. So, no accessories, but this is the whole figure. So you could see from the back, you could see Agumon's face, eyes, and all that stuff. And here is a side view of the figure. Look at that, this is pretty cool. This is not die-cast at all. Yep, this is, the chest is. I believe these as well. They're cold to touch, so, and this particular piece. It tells you in the box anyway which one's die-cast, I think. Yeah, so let's go ahead and see the articulation. So his head goes up that high, this low, also a little horn here. This also swivels all the way around. For the arm, it could go all the way in the back, 360 degrees. And he could go all the way, just like that, and the bend of the arm. Let's see. He could bend his legs like that. Also, there's articulation right there in the feet. Looks like a ball joint. So you could swivel it around, and the legs as well. The paint job is pretty awesome too. I mean, look at all those details. The paint, it really shines. You put a light in there. The hair, everything. So I guess the it can't be avoided because he transforms into Agumon, but you know, the back part is just, you could just see everything there. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we could transform him. Alright, so I was finally able to transform Agumon here. It took a while, and there's a couple of issues I want to address here. Turning him into, from Wargreymon to Agumon. the gripe that I have is, and if you guys do purchase this figure, would be this particular part right here. This part right here is, wow, this part was so hard to put on. And also they give you all over the instruction manual like warnings that the paint might rub off, so you got to be careful with that, and keep in mind that there is a chance that it would do that. Like you can see on my, like, I have a chip right here and like a little bit of stuff transforming him. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Anyway, here is what Agumon looks like when you transform him from Wargreymon. So you see, it's it reminds you of the old school Digivolving Spirits Agumon, but you know, totally updated. And you can't open his mouth because it's locked in there. I'm going to show you guys in a couple of minutes here towards the end of the video on how to transform him. Anyway, you could see, I just wanted to show you guys very quickly what he looks like transform. So, I mean, Agumon in this form looks really robotic, but you know, that's to be expected because it's a kind of like a transformer figure, right? So they have to, if you want to hide that part, I mean, this is showing, of course, so if you want to display him as Agumon, you're gonna have to do it like this, okay? But articulation wise, you know, same thing with the arm. The legs is a little bit more hindered, but it could go up that far. But you could see the piece right here, the orange piece right there, it'll show. So other than that, he could stand very well. There's no articulation on the head, it stays that way, so you can't move it. He cannot look from side to side at all, just straight, just like that. So the only articulation you would have would be the arms and just the hands, also the feet, and that's it. Alright, let's go ahead and show you guys the transformation. Alright, so to transform him into Agumon, Wargreymon here, what I like to do is do the head first. So put that front horn back and this horn down like that, right? And then just put his head down. So for me, just take this out now. You'll see what I'm talking about later. Take this out now. You get rid of this. Just be careful when you pop it off. But it makes it easier, a little bit easier to transform him. Anyway, so after you do that, you could also do the legs. So the leg part, here, just turn his toes upside down. So here as well. And after that, you could do this. Take this out because there's it's just locked in there. So oops. And then what you do is you're gonna have to put this up and then flip this around just like that. So what I did there was, after you take this out with that peg lock, you push this up and then you twist it and it goes just like that. Okay, and be careful, like you might scratch this part, so kind of put it on the side or lift this up. So again, on the other side, you take it out of that lock, push it a little bit forward to go inside, and then you flip it just like that. Okay, open the legs, and then so after we do that, we're gonna go ahead and do this to the feet. Just turn it all the way until it's flat like this, okay? like that, because if you don't, he's not gonna be, this is the wrong way, right? You want it flat like that, so you have to keep pushing it until it's flat. So anyway, after that, push this claw inside, and this one as well. And then so you're ready to do the head. So you kind of just, oops, that will happen. So if it pops off, you could just pop it back in. Right here. Just like that. Okay. So this thing right here, it's kind of like the hinge there. You could, right here, you could just push it inside. Just like that. Oops. Okay, you could see how it could be a little frustrating doing this. Or tons of frustration doing this, but let me see if I could get it right this time. Okay, so it's like this, right? Push it down just like that, and then twist the head like that. So over here, you're gonna do the same thing on this side. So there's that little hinge, you push it down, and then you flip it just like that, and you'll line it. So there's those little pegs that you line to those little holes right here. There's a peg and then a hole. Okay, and so you kind of line them together to close it like that, and the hinge comes together, and then so put them just like that for Agumon. And so we're gonna work on this part. So you spread his arm like that, and his legs too, because this part is gonna go over. You see that? So once it's over like this, put this up, and these two goes inside. So there's a hole here. So this leg goes inside just like that, and this leg goes inside too. So make sure that this part right here would go inside this, just like so. Okay, and then you put these feet together. You see this hole, the legs go in there. So once you have that, you could flip this all the way just like that. Okay, and then for this part, there's a little thing here. You could just hold this, hold it like this, and hold this body just like that, and then just kind of push it up, and then that would give you that room for Agumon. Wait, did I? Oh, you know what? We forgot. Sorry. So before you do the head here, I'm gonna have to take this piece apart again. I'm sorry about that. This part, you have to turn this. So this part, you kind of have to unlock it by just pulling a little bit and then swerving it. So what we're gonna do is, so swerving this a little bit on this side. And this could be all bunched up, so you know what we're gonna do is put this down first, and put this up like that. Okay, and then so now we could put the head together. So it goes all the way back like that. So this just like what we did earlier, and I'm messing it up already. So this, you have to popping them off. So these are like one of the things that is not cool. So pop the hinge. Make sure his head is nice and hidden in there. So push it down and then twist it. So it'll come together just like that. And then you have to find the peg for each hole. And then lock them into place just like that. And so now you can see that his mouth, if you do it like this one won't lock. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of articulation in his mouth now, but I always forget this is my mistake. So just open it a little bit, and so this thing right here goes in there. So, and then now you could close it just like that, and his mouth stays closed. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this around and twist it just like that. Sorry. And then so now that we've done that, we're gonna push this down, and this is the part that I was telling you guys. So this piece that we took out, it has to go in here and cover this, right? So at the beginning, like, you gonna have to put it there, then this ball pegged into that, and it's gonna be kind of hard to push it down and then get all this into place. So what you do is, I kind of like to hold this back like this and push the bottom part first into place, and then now I could adjust this side and put it together just like that. Okay, and then so for here, I don't know, this method works for me. If you guys find any other method, easier method to do it, then feel free to comment and let me know how. Anyway, since this is what I know how to do, or how I did it, I'm gonna go stick with this. And you know what? See, one of the frustrating things, I'm just an idiot. Like, I didn't even put this all the way in, but there you go. So make sure all the parts are all the way inside, and don't be like me. So I'm gonna take this out again, push this down again from the bottom, and then adjust this right here together. Now I can push it through and lock into place again with this side. So now this is pushed all the way in. Again, I go with the bottom part right here, and then push it down, and that's how I do it. But that part is the most frustrating part out of all the frustration that you're gonna have transforming him. So anyway, this thing now goes right here. So this thing, kind of push it down from the front, and then so you see it goes in just like that. And then there you have Agumon. And this thing, don't forget to push this down. So that's how you transform Wargreymon into Agumon, and it could be really frustrating to transform these guys. So wow, I think, yeah, the gripe that I have was this part right here, but I found a way to kind of go around it, or maybe I'm just too scared that I would break it, those little pegs. So, but so far it's pretty cool. It reminds you of the old school Digimon, Digivolving spirits, an updated version of it. So anyway, if you're gonna transform him, I think, yeah, you should be careful and just be aware that there's gonna be chipped and all that stuff, and there's all over the instruction manual that's gonna be warning that, you know, the paint might rub off and all that. So be mindful of that and be aware of that, so that when you try to transform, you're more careful about it. So overall, yeah, it's a pretty good figure. If you're into Digimon, it's a pretty cool figure to have and get. You get 2 figures in one. If you prefer this Agumon and how it looks like, then go for it. Personally, you know, he looks more robotic to me, and that's expected when I got him. I mean, because I already know that it's going to be like a Transformer figure, and they're going to have to show like some side of Wargreymon would have to show. So, and vice versa. For if you have Wargreymon, some parts of Agumon would show, and the face is going to be on his back. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to take photos of these guys on my Instagram page. So go ahead and hit me up on Instagram at ArticulateJP. And thank you guys for watching. And I hope you guys have a great night. See you later. ArticulateJP out.